Have you ever found yourself caught in that frustrating loop? You know, the one where you feel like the more you learn, the less you actually do.
Mhm.
You keep preparing, gathering more knowledge, always needing just a bit more before you can finally take that first leap. It's like you're
Mhm.
perpetually on the runway, fully fueled, but never quite cleared for takeoff. Well, today, we're cutting through that noise and diving into a truly counterintuitive secret to breakthrough success.
Sounds good.
Our source is a fantastic article by Lei, the insightful writer and blog owner behind startup literature.
Yeah.
His piece, aptly titled, Stop Learning, Start Doing. The counterintuitive secret to breakthrough successes, it really hits on something profound
It really does.
about why some of the most intelligent, well-informed people often struggle the most with, well, turning their knowledge into action.
What's truly fascinating here is how Lei, who's a veteran bioinformatician, over a decade of experience,
Mm.
he courageously shares his own personal journey to reveal this paradox. And it's particularly insightful coming from his field, bioinformatics, where the sheer volume of data, research, theoretical knowledge,
Mm.
it can easily lead to just endless analysis.
Analysis paralysis.
Exactly. Planning without practical application is a perfect breeding ground for what he calls overlearning. So our mission in this deep dive is to unpack his transformative insights, help you break free from information overload, and move towards impactful doing.
Okay.
We're going to try and give you the shortcut to understanding why you might be stuck, and importantly, how to get unstuck.
Okay, let's unpack this core paradox that Lei identifies then. He paints a very relatable picture, doesn't he? Someone with advanced degrees, years of dedicated research, by all traditional measures, an absolute expert in their field.
Definitely.
Yet, when presented with an opportunity to teach, to share that immense knowledge, the immediate, almost instinctual response is, I need to learn more first.
Mm-hmm.
Lei admits this was his own reality for 5 long years.
5 years.
5 years where he knew he had valuable expertise, but felt utterly unprepared to share it.
This raises a really important question for all of us. Why? Why did someone so qualified, so steeped in knowledge, feel so acutely unprepared?
It seems backwards.
It does. Lei, reflecting on his experience as a bioinformatician with this burning idea to teach online, he confesses he became an overlearner. Now, this isn't just someone who loves learning. It's someone who, hoards information, constantly accumulating, but rarely creating or implementing.
Right.
He astutely connects this to a broader conditioning, maybe ingrained by our education system, where readiness is almost exclusively defined by accumulating facts and theories, not by action or application.
Yeah, how much you know, not what you can do with it.
Precisely. And the uncomfortable truth Lei reveals is that the more you learn without doing, the less confident you actually become.
Wow.
It's a truly vicious, self-perpetuating cycle that just keeps you on the sidelines.
It almost sounds counterintuitive, right? That knowledge can become a burden. But Lei really illustrates this with a brilliant and frankly kind of adorable story that completely flips our traditional idea of learning on its head.
Oh, yeah. The preschool story.
Exactly. It comes from Pat Flynn's book, Lean Learning, and it's about his son's preschool class. These 5-year-olds faced a very real problem. Ants had invaded their lunch area,
no.
forcing them to eat in the hot California sun. Talk about a daily inconvenience.
And here's where the wisdom of 5-year-olds just shines.
Right.
Instead of, endless planning meetings, drafting proposals, or calling in experts for months of consultations.
Well, what adults would do.
Totally. Their teacher, Mr. Jenny, simply asked her students to brainstorm and build a solution immediately. The results were just astonishing.
Mhm.
In a single day, these kids, they identified the problem, generated solutions, chose the best one, a sunshade, and then, using donated materials like PVC pipes and bed sheets, they built a functional prototype.
In one day.
One day. They even tested it and iterated on the design,
Oh, wow.
all before the end of the school day. No committees, no waiting for construction experts. They just acted, learned on the fly, and solved their problem.
So what does this all mean for us then? Lei uses this incredible story to illustrate lean learning in action. It's
Mhm.
the philosophy of learning only what you need to take the very next step,
The very next step.
and then taking that step immediately. It's the complete opposite of traditional education's front-loaded approach, which often insists you consume every possible piece of information before you even dare think about applying it.
Right.
These kids learned just enough to build something, then refined it. They didn't eat a textbook on structural engineering first, did they?
Not at all.
They needed to solve a problem now.
Exactly. It's about breaking down a huge problem into the smallest possible actionable chunks. You learn the absolute minimum required to move from point A to point B, implement it, and then reassess what you need for point C.
So it's a cycle.
It's a continuous feedback loop of learning and doing, which is incredibly efficient and, I think, deeply empowering.
No, in our modern world, just knowing about lean learning isn't enough, because Lay points out something else. Our current information landscape, with literally thousands of articles, courses, podcasts, videos on everything,
Oh, yeah.
it's created an unprecedented problem. Inspiration overload.
Inspiration overload.
I like that term. This sheer volume of readily available information, paradoxically, can paralyze us into inaction. We feel this immense pressure to consume it all, understand every facet, before we can even begin.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, Lay gives a really relatable personal example. His decision to try roller skating at 40.
Okay.
Seems simple, right? It's
Yeah.
fun activity. But he made the classic mistake of trying to learn everything first. He dove into articles, watched countless videos on 5 turning techniques and 4 stopping methods.
Yeah.
Even delved into the physics of momentum.
Oh, boy.
The more he learned, the more complex and intimidating roller skating became.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. What started as a casual interest became this mountain of theoretical knowledge, leaving him utterly paralyzed by the sheer volume of things he thought he needed to master before even lacing up skates.
And this is the modern learner's dilemma Lay describes. Information without application becomes overwhelm, not expertise.
Right.
It's like having a library full of cookbooks but never actually stepping into the kitchen.
Good analogy.
The solution, he explains, isn't necessarily less learning, it's embracing just-in-time information, or GITI.
GIT.
This means consciously gathering knowledge only when you need it for your immediate next step, focusing on the minimum viable knowledge for the task at hand.
Like fixing the flat tire when you have a flat tire.
Exactly. Not by reading every car repair manual beforehand, just in case.
Which brings us to a practical, actionable framework. Lay provides a clear 4-pillar approach to structure learning, one that truly transforms how we acquire and apply knowledge. These aren't just theoretical steps. These are key, actionable takeaways designed to break that overlearning cycle.
Okay, these sound crucial for anyone feeling stuck. Let's walk through them. How can we integrate them?
Absolutely. First pillar. Identify what you want to accomplish next.
Next, not the big picture.
Not the grand 5-year plan, not the ultimate vision, but the very next, smallest, most tangible action. Lay's personal example wasn't become a world-class bioinformatics educator that felt overwhelming.
Right.
Instead, it was create one 10-minute tutorial video.
Yeah.
That immediately narrows the focus, makes the goal approachable. Second, learn only what you need to move forward.
Okay, this sounds like the hard part for overlearners.
It is. You have to consciously resist that urge to read just one more article or watch just one more video. Seek the minimum viable knowledge, just enough information to take that immediate next step. Requires real discipline, but it's essential. Third, implement what you've learned immediately.
Just do it.
Just do it. Take action. Even if your knowledge feels incomplete or imperfect, this is where the magic happens. Mistakes aren't failures here. They provide far more valuable learning and feedback than any amount of theoretical preparation ever could.
So action crystallizes the learning.
Exactly. Turns abstract info into concrete experience. And finally, fourth pillar, review and repeat to refine the process.
Okay.
After you've taken action, reflect. What happened? What worked? What didn't? What did you learn from the doing? This creates a powerful feedback loop, allowing you to iterate and improve continuously rather than waiting for some perfect plan that, let's be honest, rarely materializes.
That's such a powerful framework because it turns learning into this dynamic, iterative process, not just static accumulation. But even with that, it's easy to get sidetracked, right? Lay shares how, like many ambitious people, he graduated college with just an overwhelming array of dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Wanting to be a financial elite, a businessman, a consultant, a diplomat all at once, that classic feeling of wanting to do everything.
This raises an important question for all of us about managing our energy and, crucially, our focus. Lee's solution is a fantastic framework for strategic pruning. He categorizes inspirations into 4 quadrants.
Okay.
Passion pursuits, high excitement, core purpose, they energize you. Critical commitments, low excitement, but essential, like paying bills. Recreational inspirations, just fun, provide balance. And finally, junk sparks.
Junk sparks.
Yeah, those shiny objects, endless rabbit holes, things that sound important but are truly distractions. He realized most of his energy was getting wasted in junk sparks, things that felt productive but didn't align with his deeper goals. For him, focusing ruthlessly on his most exciting passion pursuit provided the clarity and energy to finally act. It's about saying no to the noise so you can say a powerful yes to what truly matters.
It's a powerful tool for clarity. And Lei shares something else. What nobody tells you about expertise, the more you know, the more you're painfully aware of what you don't know. This creates this peculiar form of imposter syndrome where advanced degrees, deep knowledge can, paradoxically, become barriers to action. You're so aware of the complexity that you become terrified to even start, fearing you're not expert enough.
Well, what's fascinating here is the mindset shift Lee advocates.
Right.
Moving from, I need to be perfect, to, I need to be helpful.
Helpful, not perfect.
Exactly. He stresses a crucial truth. You have to be a disaster before you become the master. This connects directly to concepts he's explored in his previous post about the lean startup blueprint. Recognizing perfection as the enemy of progress and emphasizing intelligent failure.
Intelligent failure.
Taking calculated risks in safe environments where you can truly learn from every misstep.
Yeah.
It's about iterative improvement, embracing that messy middle, understanding every failure is just a stepping stone.
And sometimes, even with the right mindset, you hit a wall.
Always.
Lei powerfully challenges a damaging myth, especially in academic culture, that seeking help shows weakness.
Oh, definitely.
He recounts a painfully relatable personal experience, spending 3 whole days trying to solve a seemingly simple website problem, only for someone who already knew the solution to solve it in 5 minutes. Talk about a colossal waste of time and energy.
His point is profound. Our pride often costs us far more than our problems ever would. He identifies 4 types of helpful champions. Friends and family for support, peer champions on similar journeys, virtual mentors through books, podcasts, online content like this,
Right.
and personal mentors for direct guidance. The key, he emphasizes, is being specific about the help you need.
Not just help me.
Exactly. And building on this, Lei discusses voluntary force functions, deliberately placing yourself in situations that force growth and action.
Like a deadline or...
Yeah, or signing up for a public speaking competition, committing to teach a weekly class even if you only feel one step ahead. He creates healthy external pressure. His intense data science boot camp was his example, high stakes, forced action.
That's a powerful tool. Though for some, that high-pressure environment might feel a bit too intense.
True. And Lei actually references his post about the compound effect of atomic habits, noting his personal preference for building sustainable learning habits over purely event-driven pressure. This aligns beautifully with micromastery, small, consistent improvements that compound. Gentler, perhaps, but sustainable and powerful progress.
So finding what works for you.
Exactly. Whether it's a big push or small steps. And perhaps the most profound insight Lei shares, a real game changer, is that the best way to truly understand something isn't just to learn it,
What is it?
but to teach it.
He
experienced this firsthand when he finally launched his tutorial website, necs101.com, turning his decade of bioinformatics expertise into shareable knowledge.
It's incredible. Despite being a bioinformatician for over a decade, Lei discovered crucial gaps in his own understanding only when he tried to explain complex concepts to others. The act of writing tutorials, structuring information, answering questions, it forced him to organize his knowledge differently.
Right, identify what he truly understood versus what he merely recognized.
And this process didn't just fill those gaps, it solidified his expertise and, crucially, built his confidence through the act of helping others.
And he points out a vital truth. You don't need to be the world's leading authority. An expert can simply be someone just a couple of steps ahead, willing to share what they know. But, and this is a critical warning from Lei, not everyone will support you. He calls them anti-champions.
Oh, anti-champions.
Sharing his personal experience with his own mother, discouraging his dreams, likening it to the crabs in a bucket metaphor, where crabs pull each other back down.
Yeah, sadly common.
So the key takeaway for you, the listener, is to carefully curate your sources of feedback. Seek input, encouragement, challenge from people who've walked the path you're trying to walk, not from those projecting their own fears.
So what does this all mean for us, personally? Lay states the ultimate goal of lean learning isn't just personal improvement. It's a profound transformation from being a passive consumer of information to becoming an active creator of real value in the world.
That's the core shift, isn't it? This powerful shift happens when you stop asking, "Am I ready?" and start asking, "How can I help?"
Ah, I like that.
It's a move from a scarcity mindset, focusing on what you lack, to an abundance mindset, focusing on what you can contribute right now. Lay recognized his decade of experience, while maybe not perfect or complete, was incredibly valuable to someone just starting out.
Hmm.
You don't need to know everything, just more than your students about the specific problem they're trying to solve. You have unique insights. They're valuable.
Lay challenges us directly with this core question as you reach the end of his article, and it's one we want to leave you with. If this were easy, what would it look like?
Powerful question.
Think about that blog post you've been putting off, that new skill you've been planning to learn, that expertise you've been hesitant to share. What's one small, immediate step you could take today to make it easier to just start?
This deep dive into Lee's article clearly shows us that perfection is not a prerequisite for progress. Your expertise, however incomplete it feels, is someone else's breakthrough waiting to happen. Your first attempt, however imperfect, is infinitely more valuable than your perfect plan that never gets executed.
The value is in the doing.
It really is. The value isn't just in what you know, it's in what you do with that knowledge.
So, what's one thing you've been putting off because you don't feel ready enough? We encourage you to reflect on Lee's powerful ideas from startup literature and maybe explore his tutorial site, indies101.com, see Lean Learning in action.
Yeah, check it out.
The question isn't whether you're ready, but whether you're willing to be helpful with what you already know. The world is waiting. Start doing. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and most importantly, start